Hello gamers and welcome to Xbot and Pony, the show where every week we just geek out about games and generally talk nonsense about what's going on in the community. For today's topic we decided to look a little bit at Nintendo because they've announced that Minecraft Steve is coming to Smash. That opens up a few possibilities of other characters that could come to Smash. So Nick, how did you feel? Because you as the big Microsoft fan, how did you feel seeing your iconic character appear on that screen?
I'm going to be honest, I had very little interest in this announcement and I thought it was going to be another Fire Emblem character or something like that. It's actually really interesting, and the fact that they've been in negotiations since 2013.
I know, that's crazy.
So it's a long time, which is, very strange to be talking about a character for that long. Minecraft is huge. It's not a game, it's a platform. It's so big. It's really interesting, weird character, but not that weird.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's the character that would have jumped to everyone's mind initially.
No,
it does actually weirdly make sense. Like Sakurai was saying in the video that Minecraft is the biggest video game or best-selling video game of all time.
In the world. It beat Mario.
So why wouldn't you use that character?
So, yeah, exactly. It makes perfect sense. Which, like you said before, it opens the door. What other Microsoft characters should we see? I mean, my favourite and I always wanted was Bayonetta. That come over from Nintendo. Does Nintendo own Bayonetta, or is it just like a licensing thing?
They might have like I'm not certain, but I believe they've just got like an exclusive rights thing to it.
Yeah, so not owned by. Yeah, she's not exactly a Nintendo IP. No, it's just the licensing rights for those two games. Okay. Technically a Nintendo character at the moment, temporarily we'll say, or paid off. So that was really, really good. And Solid Snake from PlayStation, not really anymore, but
Konami,
Konami. So Solid being Snake, Metal Gear Solid being a PlayStation thing. Other Microsoft characters.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but there was a guy who tweeted Microsoft, I think it was France, and he said, he's like, well, does that mean that we can have Master Chief in there now? And I can't remember the exact wording that the guy that they responded with was like, oh, well, we're waiting for our invitation, something like that. So,
I mean, we have Banjo Kazooie, and that was, we never thought that would happen. We never ever thought that would happen, even though Microsoft wanted to do it. Nintendo are they got a good relationship. Everyone says that. It's a very one-sided relationship, in my opinion. Nintendo hasn't given Microsoft much. Microsoft seems to be giving Nintendo a lot. The two Ori games, Cuphead, Banjo, these are things Microsoft don't have to do, and they've done it. So I think that's Nintendo's time to give back as well. That's probably another discussion we could have down the track. It's a weird relationship they have, but they definitely do have a mutual one, and we know Microsoft and Sony have one with the names missing me. Azure, is it? Azure, the streaming thing. So PlayStation now basically is now using the technology that Microsoft uses for xCloud and stuff like that. They're in partnership to use that technology. So, which is good to see everybody working together. As for Microsoft characters, the first one that pops to mind is obviously Master Chief.
Do you think that's likely though? Do you think he would fit into Smash? Because he's a gunner, right? Which does exist in Smash. Yeah. But what would his moves be?
Well, he'd be similar to Snake, I'd say. But he does, you got your grenades, you got your handgun. It'd work. He'd probably be a bit of a Snake clone, but I mean, there's so many other clones. It's just going to be the skin. I think it'd work really well. I personally, just to see the fact that he's in a Nintendo game would really, really push it.
That would blow people's minds, wouldn't it? And Halo Infinite, in that gameplay trailer that they showed off, he's got like a grappling hook type thing, so that could be something fun.
Yeah, that could make a point of difference towards Snake. So maybe a little bit like Samus and Snake combined. I'd probably make him a bit quicker than Solid Snake is, but it would. It could work really well. Shields, obviously, he's got his shield, so similar to Samus with his shield. Her shield.
Yeah, sticky grenades.
Sticky grenades, yes. So there's a few things there, and there's obviously going to be some new weapons in Halo Infinite that we don't know about yet, some new things that they're using. So it'll be interesting. I think that would be my number one pick.
My only thing there is I'm not sure that is likely, because at least the other Microsoft characters that have appeared in Smash have also appeared in other games on a Nintendo console, right? So Cuphead is one of the Mii Brawler costumes, right, in Smash, and obviously Cuphead's appeared on Switch. Minecraft has obviously been on Switch and Wii U, and I want to even say the Wii, but I might be making that up.
No, that's not the way.
And Banjo obviously came out on the N64 back in the day, so they've appeared on Nintendo consoles. Halo hasn't, unless you count the DS version.
That got cancelled.
So I don't, unless something changes, unless like the Master Chief Collection comes to Switch or something like that, I don't know if Master Chief is likely.
I'm going to say there's a big chance. I think Nintendo are pretty keen for money. I mean, everything they're doing lately, especially with COVID affecting people, I think partnerships are going to be a lot bigger than people think, I think, going forward. They're not going to be crazy Microsoft buyouts like Bethesda and stuff. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that like people think we are. I think you'll see more partnerships. Sony's going for the timed exclusives, stuff like that. It'd be crazy for Nintendo to not say, hey, give us Master Chief, and that would help. I mean, how many Xbox people would want to go buy a Switch just to play Smash Brothers? Because
I can't imagine Nintendo laying any of their IPs going on Microsoft consoles.
No,
you're not going to see Breath of the Wild 2 appear on it. You're not going to see a Mario Party or something like it. I just don't see that happening. So you're right, it's very one-sided.
I haven't seen any Microsoft IPs besides Minecraft, but that's on everything. So Cuphead isn't owned by Microsoft, and it wasn't a first-party studio. And Ori is not a first-party studio, and it's not owned by Microsoft. So Microsoft has not actually given their IPs. They're given their timed exclusives that they funded to Nintendo, and not the PlayStation. So everyone's like, but Microsoft's given their IPs. They're not. They don't own them. They don't own Cuphead. And Cuphead's on PlayStation now anyway. So, it's not as clear-cut as people think it is. I think there's an option there for both companies to expand the relationship together more, and I think it will happen in the future.
I hope so. They work together. Yeah. Okay, so Master Chief, you reckon, is pretty certain?
I think one day it will happen. Yeah.
What are the chances of Ori appearing? Because I think Ori would actually make a really interesting fighter.
I think more than Master Chief. I think, Master Chief's the one I want. Ori would be more likely. Again, it's not owned by Microsoft. Mune Studios would love that. That's just more exposure for that game, and it should have more exposure. It should have a lot more exposure. It should be selling more copies than it's selling. Beautiful game, beautiful music, beautiful artwork. Gameplay is top notch. I mean, it's a Metroidvania game. It's copying Metroid, so it'd be perfect character for Smash Bros. Absolutely perfect. Ori is just bonkers with all the abilities that it has. So
there's so much you could do with Ori as a fighter. So much. So and I think that would be my top pick. Another one. Well, so again, I'm trying to think of characters that have also appeared on Nintendo consoles, and there aren't many.
No.
So the other big ones from Microsoft, potentially Blinks.
Obviously Gears of War.
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix.
Another gunner though. Yeah,
but it'd be another gunner. So I think Master Chief would have to be before Marcus Phoenix. As for exclusive Microsoft characters, Rise of the Tomb Raider, that was exclusive for 12 months. Lara can pop over. Hey, hang on. Hey, Lara.
If this partnership was as strong as we hope it is, it could be one or two people. It could be Joanna Dark. She has appeared on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. If that rumor the initiative is making a Joanna game, then that'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, I'd be so down for that. It'd be so good. And you never know, it could blow everyone's mind. Pierce Brosnan version of James Bond.
That would be amazing.
And
Announce that
Nintendo
on
would
the
then
back
give them the right to say, okay, you
remaster.
guys can have GoldenEye running on Game Pass, and we'll have Brosnan in Smash.
Just give us the Xbox Live Arcade version they never finished. That'll do. They don't need to give us a full remake. Give us that. It's sitting there in a little safe vault. You know what? It's probably on a floppy disk somewhere at Rare headquarters. I'd love to play that game. I would. I'd die to play that game. I devastated the Source version of the PC remake that a guy was doing. Just got cease and desist. So very depressed. So they're making it still. It's just called 90s Shooter. And they're changing it up, but it won't be Golden anymore. So very depressed. Hopefully it means that there's a future there for that game to come out again. But there's licensing nightmares. But it'd be awesome to see Pierce Brosnan, 007 in Smash Bros.
Oh, he's so down for that. He's so down for that. We'll have to share it in the comments below, but there is a great video that you were showing me the other week that had Banjo running around the dam in GoldenEye, and he was going swimming and out to the island. I'm like, oh, that is amazing. That's so amazing.
It's a level editor for Banjo, so it's not running in GoldenEye at all. It's a level editor for Banjo. Because when he's going to certain parts, you get the little where the world opens up into a new area, like it does in Banjo, just to keep the frame rate down and stop the pop-up. So yeah, the levels had to be split. He said the dam's split into 3 sections, but you can actually swim all the way over to that secret tower.
Secret island, yes.
The secret island on the dam. We'll have to check that out later. Hopefully that has a lot more work done to it and a few more levels. I'd love to play that. That'd be so good.
I think my final choice, though, where I think they could make this happen, the last Microsoft character that should come into Smash, it's got to be Conkers.
Conkers would be perfect.
How perfect would that be?
So
obviously
good.
been on the N64. People still kind of associate it with Nintendo, even though obviously they had the remake on the OG Xbox.
Yeah.
The character's been a little bit dormant, so it'd be great to bring that character back.
We had Project Spark. You probably didn't play that. That was an experimental thing Microsoft did, and
I'm
very
hearing about it,
disappointing that they stopped that. It was just pretty much Dreams, but not as good. Just an early version of Dreams. Create your own levels, create your own games, and somebody redid the first level of Conkers in that, similar to what they did in Dreams as well. But Microsoft actually released Conkers to that game. That was the first time they've touched that IP in a long time. So only issue I have with Conkers at the moment, and some people might disagree, but the world is a lot more PC these days than it was back then, and I'm not sure if they get away with their British humour and be allowed to
would they not have Conkers swearing in
Smash
Smash then? Would that not go down well?
I think it'd go alright in Smash, 100%. I think you could tone him down for Smash and it'd be alright. But
his special, his Smash, could be the big poo monster appearing and
Poo Monster and
singing at everybody. It'll be great.
He's not going to be
and peeing. Oh, Nintendo let him do that, I guess, in the 64. And peeing on fire demons.
Hey, this is the Switch, man. Like, anything goes on Switch. They've got some dodgy visual novels on there. They've got Dead or Alive Extreme 3. It's different world.
They're all about that money, aren't they?
Yeah. And of course, the most disgusting game of all time that would never ever appear on a Nintendo console and now has Night Trap. Oh, oof.
Yes.
Never coming to a Nintendo console. Ever.
Oh. Hang on.
Hang on a second. Oh, you did, didn't you?
No, it's a bit of history right there. Never gonna appear on a Nintendo console. Alright, so I think my final vote has got to be Conkers and Ori, but I would be more than happy if Pierce Brosnan appeared.
I'll go with Ori and Joanna.
Good pick.
They're my
well.
two.
Yeah.
Ori and Joanna. Although, I'd love to see Conkers as well, and James Bond. Pierce Brosnan.
Alright then, well, what do you guys think? What Microsoft character could appear in Smash now that the floodgates have been opened and maybe anything is possible? Let us know in the comments below.
Let us know, guys, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.